Okay, so this one's gonna piss a couple of people off. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are discussing the case of Trisha Paytas and her recent TikToks that she's made around her gender identity, her new conforming gender, which is ever evolving apparently as her evolving as a person. Apparently her gender evolves as well. Okay, so before we hop into today's video, my makeup came out so good today. I also got dressed today for today's video. I don't know why, but let's not get used to this. I'm probably gonna stay in my robe, but I was just kind of feeling it today. I'm also recording really late. I usually record these videos a little bit earlier throughout the day, but today I'm kind of feeling like a night owl. I might get a shot of tequila, who knows? First, by starting off, I also want to talk about Trisha and having a little bit of a problematic past, but we're gonna kind of disassociate those two situations and kind of bring up the topic of just can your gender change? And also, full disclosure, please don't attack me. I always like to respect people's pronouns and what they like to be called, but I may get her pronouns kind of misconstrued in this video just because she has transitioned so many different times. Trisha Paytas has come out on TikTok alleging that she has changed her gender yet again for now the third time. So before you get your horses tied up, yes, Trisha Paytas literally has come out as gender non-binary. Let's start by saying I do kind of agree with the whole fact of I feel like gender non-binary fits Trisha Paytas a little bit more than transgender. I feel like transgender has to do a lot with gender dysphoria, that's the medical thing. You can look it up. Okay, so gender non-binary is kind of part of the LGBTQ community. I talked about this a little bit more in my transgender video, but gender non-binary is kind of when you identify as neither sex. You kind of don't conform to female. You kind of don't conform to male pronouns. You kind of just refer to yourself as kind of they and them. But also some people prefer he and him as well as being non-binary. I don't know, but let's get straight into it.
So let me give you my story as a non-binary person. Maybe you can relate, maybe not. I always struggled with gender. And obviously a lot of people, when I thought that I was transgender, are you obviously portray very much a feminine girl. You're not transgender, that's crazy. But that was always my mask. That was always my safe spot, right? That's what people saw me as, so they couldn't see the real me. Does that make sense? So I amplified what people saw me as, and I overhyped, over-sexualized that because that's what I thought a woman was. Just, here's my body for you and enjoy. I love, having sex. Blah. And when I was done and made up, I was in this character. I enjoyed playing the character, but it didn't feel true to who I was, and very few people knew who I was. So when I was alone with myself, I was happy, but when I was in that character, I came across awful because inside I was really struggling.
It's just okay, so I'm not gonna just drag her and say she completely, is doing this for clout, but part of me is just why is this so trendy? Why do people want to be oppressed so bad? I feel some people in the spotlight, they just want to be oppressed so bad. They want to be black so bad. They want to be LGBTQ so bad. They want to be Hispanic so bad. They want to be Latina so bad. They want to be blah, blah, blah. Why can't you just be okay with yourself? And I'm not trying to sit here and say Trisha Paytas isn't non-binary. Trisha may very much well be non-binary, but I can't really give her the benefit of the doubt when she didn't really educate herself before going on her public platform and telling people that she was transgender. I think it's really important to do your research, do some self-reflecting before you're just going out for the views and just telling people, oh my God, I'm transgender. That does so much harm on the transgender community and LGBTQ community. I feel people are having such a hard time relating to us in general because if you're not LGBTQ, it's you wouldn't really understand what it's like to be LGBTQ. And I feel people like Trisha, just my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm not gonna say that this is the case for her, but this is my opinion. I feel people that are in the social limelight, they want to be a part of any type of oppressive community so much. I just feel why would you go on your public platform saying that you are transgender and not even apologize for saying that you're transgender and then come out as gender non-binary? This is something that we constantly see in the media. People want to conform to being a different gender so often, and it's so trendy these days. I said in my transgender video, it's so trendy these days for people to transition, to be a part of the LGBTQ community. You can be an ally and not be LGBTQ. You can be you can like women and you can like men without being gender non-binary. I feel so many people just want to really quick cop out to just some type of media news, and it just offends me because I don't feel being a part of the LGBTQ community should be something that is just sought after. For me, I fought my whole life for people to understand me and who I am and not even the fact that people do understand me, but this has just been a struggle that I've had to go through my whole entire life. And I just don't think it's appropriate for celebrities to kind of identify as something quick and easy. Like, it's so easy to say, oh, I'm gender non-binary, you know, and like, you don't have to go through any surgeries. Or she said in her video, she's like, I'm not going to get any surgery. I don't feel like I need that. Overall, we know Trisha Paytas is a troll, and she is known for trolling, and she is known for going on her platform and using it in a way as comedic purposes. I definitely watched a couple of her videos, and I do think that they're very entertaining. But I definitely think that Trisha Paytas is someone to do things for clicks and views. And I personally don't appreciate her using her gender identity for clicks and views. Like, honestly, like, just stop talking about it. Like, at this point, like, if you're not sure and you don't know where you stand, just stop talking about it, because you're harming the community and you're harming a lot of people that, like, I don't even feel like you can relate to. I just think to have such a big platform, she should educate herself a little bit more on what she's talking about and the struggles that she's alleging that she's going through. I don't think it is a really smart decision to go on your public platform and say, oh, like, I'm transgender, when you're like not transgender. And it's like, I'm like, if you're transgender, like, do you want to start taking hormones? Like, that's a part of gender dysphoria. Like, you completely don't want to be in the body that you're in. And I do think, you know, non-binary does fit her a little bit more, but are you gonna sit here and tell me that she didn't know what non-binary like existed? And like, why did you not do your research about the LGBTQ community before you're just starting to throw labels on yourself and get media attention? If you're getting so much hate and you're so confused, just stop talking about it. Like, legitimately, like, the reason people are getting upset with you, because if you are trolling, and from the way you're coming and looking online, it looks like you are trolling. And for me, it's just like, you don't need to troll about something that is affecting a lot of people every single day. Like, trans women are dying every single day. Hate crimes are happening every single day, and this isn't something to take lightly. And it's like, if you are gender non-binary, you need to do more for the community instead of just claiming a tag that you just don't even participate in. Like, for me, you can date women and you can date men without being like gender non-binary. What, I don't even understand like why gender non-binary has anything to do with like your sexual orientation, but whatever. With all that being said, this topic has riled me up a little bit, so I'm gonna let you guys go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.